So today is a very exciting day for two reasons. The first is that, of course, as you can see, I'm making an Elixir recipe video, which I haven't done in a while. And two, secondarily, is that I haven't personally consumed an Elixir in over a week. And it's a little bit of a break for me, so I'm ready, I'm excited, I'm willing, and I'm able to make myself a drink here. So this is going to be a little bit of a celebration elixir for myself that I'm really looking forward to. So here we go. First off, I have 16 ounces of spring water in the blender, and I may have to turn around a bit in this video, so I apologize. It's just how the counter's set up here. First thing I'm going to add is going to be probably 2 tablespoons of Irish moss that I've already soaked and blended. And of course, if you need to know how to prepare Irish moss, I've done a video on that, and you can look that up. Next is going to be a little bit of coconut oil, just to give this drink, some body, some calories. Just a tablespoon or so there. And next, I'm going to add, of course, a little bit of honey to give it some sweetness. And because I like honey so much, that was probably a tablespoon there. That's good. Just a tablespoon of honey. And then the next thing I'll add, just to make the drink a little bit sweeter, but without necessarily spiking the sugar up even more, is just adding a little bit of powdered stevia. And that was probably half of a teaspoon of powdered stevia, just green leaf, ground up. It tastes better than the extracts, in my opinion. I like it. The flavored extracts are fun, but I like this stevia powder a lot too. Next thing to flavor this up, which is one of the best things you could ever buy. It's one of the more just rewarding things to put in your drink, and that is, of course, vanilla powder. And as you can see, that was probably a heaping tablespoon of ground up vanilla bean powder. And really, we're incredibly lucky to even have this right now, to even have access to something like this, to even be able to get this, to even get this many vanilla beans in such a high quality way is just ridiculous, and it's something we should be stoked about. It is a little more pricey, but it's an investment that is definitely worth it. Next, I'm going to add some roasted maca, which I roasted this myself because honestly the indigenous cultures don't consume maca raw, because it would be very much like if you were to go out and eat a huge turnip raw. You really wouldn't want to do it. So maca is the same way, which is a lot of times why people get gas, people get irritated with it, people don't really digest it well, is because it's so fibrous and it's so kind of irritating to the digestive system. So basically, what I did is just roasted this myself, baked it in the oven, and I'll do a video later on showing you how you can do this. You can get maca for reasonably cheap, $10, $15 for a pound, roast it up, and be good to go. Whereas the roasted maca sells for double or triple the price of the regular raw maca. So next is going to be a little bit of hemp powder, just to add some more calories, some more protein, and just some more, of course, omega-3s to this. Now I'm out of whey powder at the moment, so I just had to go out and buy some hemp just to suffice, just to give the drinks a little more protein, a little more calories, and a little more, I don't know, bang for the buck, I guess if you want to call it that. The next thing I'm going to add is just half of a teaspoon of camu berry powder, which is a crazy good source of vitamin C, which when we get into the herbal components in this drink will come into play and be very handy and important. So next is I'm going to do, let's see, 2 heaping spoons of cacao powder. Again, some people love cacao, some people hate it. I don't know, I think it's interesting. I love it. I like to take breaks from it every now and again and just try new things. But there's so many different things out there, why just get hung up and stuck on one thing? Unless, of course, it's Reishi, then it's okay. So I'm going to add probably a couple teaspoons of organic Dunwood Reishi powder, which is 10% polysaccharides, of course, from Hyperion herbs. And next is going to be some Gotu Kola. I think this is a 10-to-1 extract of Gotu Kola as well. This is a great herb for the brain. It's an Ayurvedic herb, but in the Chinese system would be classified as 3 treasures. Massive longevity herb, massive herb for enhancing the cerebral functioning, opening the crown chakra, and enhancing meditation. So last thing I'm going to add is some Khushu powder, which as you can see I need to get some more because I'm starting to run pretty low. But I'm just going to add probably half a teaspoon of Khushu just to kind of round it out and add it in there and just have fun. So the last thing I'm going to add, which is cool, is this black lava salt, which has like activated charcoal in it. So it's kind of cool, it's interesting. I like to play around with it. I like to play around with different salts. So I'll just add a pinch of that in there, just, a nice pinch, because that will also bring up the sweetness. It will also round out all the other flavors and really bring this drink together. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this up and I'll be back to let you know how it tastes. So here we are with the finished product. As you can see, I made just enough to fill this jar perfectly, so I'm going to give it a taste. And honestly, it tastes like very rich and dark from the roasted maca. And that's one thing that I love about roasting that maca, is it changes the flavor. It makes it like really much more butterscotchy and kind of like Reese cups in a way. It just gets this dark, rich, deep flavor that just goes so well in drinks. And it goes really well with bitter herbs like Reishi and things like cacao, because they're all kind of on the same flavor wave or wavelength. You put them all together, you get this amazing synergy. Then you kind of balance it out with vanilla. And it's just incredible. And I will say that the benefits that I've seen from the roasted maca have thus far trumped and surpassed the benefits that I noticed from the raw maca. The raw maca, to really notice the real magic from it, you have to eat like 3 to 6 tablespoons a day, which is kind of a tall order, because that's a lot of powder, but you can pile it in your drinks, that's fine, but that's all you're going to taste. But with the roasted, I just did like 2 tablespoons maybe, and already just starting to feel some tingling in my brain and some good stuff happening. So that's my Elixir recipe. Again, it's been about a week, so I'm super excited and stoked to drink this. I can't wait for the way it's going to make me feel and for all the cool stuff I'm going to get to do today. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.